Okay, guys, a couple more examples. And again, I decided to pick a couple that are a little more complex than what I gave you on Friday, just because ultimately we will be getting into much more complex equations. This was just a nice little introduction on Friday just to kind of introduce us to the idea behind it. So if we look at number 5, oh, and notice that it's a little different because I want all solutions to the equation, so not just 0 to 2 pi. So if we look at number 5, the very first thing that I'm going to do is add 5 to both sides, right? Because I've got this negative 5. Oops, sorry. I thought I was grabbing the wrong. There we go. I've got this negative 5 sitting here. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. When I do that, I will get a positive 2 on the left equals a negative 2 sine theta. Oops, sine theta. Oh, good grief. Yeah, all right, we're going to go with that. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. And so ultimately, we're looking for sine theta equals a negative 1. And yes, I understand it was only 2 steps. We're going to get to them where we have multiple steps outside of, on the outside of the equation. And then ultimately, we are going to get to the point where we actually have multiple steps with our theta going on. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. So we're looking for where sine of theta equals negative 1. Okay? And so the only place that we have a negative 1 in our y-coordinate is down here at 3 pi over 2. And so you write your 3 pi over 2 as is written. And then this doesn't have plus or minus. I always just write plus or minus 2 pi over n, just because, again, you can rotate in a positive direction, you can rotate in a negative direction. Okay? Number 6, when we're looking at number 6. I am going to subtract this 4 from both sides, so I will have a 1/4 cosine theta equal to a 0. When I multiply both sides by 4 over 1, or divide by 1/4, same thing, ultimately I will get a cosine of theta is still equal to 0. Okay, now you guys know that we actually have 2 spots on there, and I'm glad that this one came up because ultimately I want to talk about it again. Certainly we have those 2 angles, and you can, again, certainly write pi over 2 plus or minus 2 pi n, and separate it and write 3 pi over 2, plus or minus 2 pi n. Okay, again, you are more than welcome to write it like that. I will not actually mark it wrong because you're not technically wrong. But just remember that when your angles are directly across from each other, that means they're just separated by just a pi. You can basically get rid of the second angle because you write your smallest angle and then you change this 2 to a 1, which is where they're coming from with this answer. And again, I'll accept either one. It's not a big deal to me. Okay?